you know, I think RAISY has been looking immense lately. I think obviously he wasn't able to go further than top 8 in the 2v2, but I'm going to be going for him.
That's like just your opinion.
Man.
Well, that's what we're up here for, unsolicited opinions. But it's going to be DaHanG, it's going to be RAISY right here into Molten Falls. Here we go, starting off on RAISY, as he's going to be getting the initial pickup for Mega. But look at this, DaHanG is already there, double nail gun, and RAISY says, no, not doing that.
I'm going to wait till you don't have the dual wield going on, and now I'm going to catch your eye. He's got the dual wield out immediately, and it's going to take him down. We still saw some good damage coming out from DaHanG, but RAISY's all over it, and now he's going to go onto the path of hourglasses leading towards Mega.
He's
Whoa,
okay. Still lacking a rocket launcher, and at this point lacking everything, as DaHanG gets a quick return on that frag. So 2 BJs very quickly in the first minute are going to get knocked out, but it's deja vu all over again on this corner, and this time DaHanG is going to be just wrecking it here.
We've got a Ghost Walk coming in straight away, and it's going to be the shotgun immediately. Totally unexpected. A revenge for that very fast initial Ranger frag that DaHanG got, but he's now got to go back over to the hourglasses, and it's all worked out very well for him. 2 seconds until Ghost Walk's back.
54 seconds, 4 frags. What is this, the new crep to keep?
I mean, I said that RAISY can play slow as well, but we've not entirely seen that just yet. He's going in. Ghost Walk once more. He's right below, but he's early on the timing. There's a totem that's been put down. RAISY gets himself to the heavy, but he's got so much health that DaHanG is going to take first round.
That was fast. I mean, you're right. I mean, RAISY is able to stay incredibly aggressive. We know that DaHanG can slow down a game, pump the brakes on it like nothing. Arguably, on Team Liquid, he actually has the better and more consistent aim. He just pulls out incredible rails and LG all the time. His rockets in Duel are consistently sick, but I think he could get a lot of benefit from just slowing this game down. That round was just too fast for comfort.
Yeah, I think that the first Ghost Walk was great. The second was unsolicited, like our opinions.
All right, so DaHanG taking a peek at Rail. Of course, this railgun room is just about the smallest in the map, and it's got so many goodies in there, but getting stuck in there can spell an early demise.
Very much opposite to the last round. Much more care taken over this. We saw obviously the dual wield coming out so early on from DaHanG previously, and it punished him, so he's looking to not make the same mistake. Big split between major items. So far, RAISY reaping the benefits. 10 seconds still heavy. He'll go and check down at DaHanG, giving him a bit of space. Doesn't want to get involved, and still doesn't have the lightning gun, in fact.
Yeah, it looks like DaHanG is on a little bit of a hunt here, but still being cautious about moving into the heavy armor side of the map. A little bit too paranoid there. Got to take off the tinfoil hat there, DaHanG, but here comes RAISY around the corner. There's the rail, but dual LGs is going to be difficult to deal with. Double rocket launcher on the choke point. Well, we know who's going to be choking.
I don't even know how he found that angle, actually. That was unbelievable from RAISY. And the defensive rockets from DaHanG, I thought was about to eke in the win just then in that particular fight.
At the very least make RAISY go away, but here comes more rockets on the lip of this heavy armor. It's going to be some rails coming out of DaHanG, but right now they're just... oh, okay, he's actually going in with the nail gun. This is exactly what RAISY did at the very beginning, and they're both going to back away, bleeding, wounded.
DaHanG's slightly more wounded. He's going to be searching for the 25s. He did use his totem in the middle of that fight, but RAISY, he's back on the run, getting himself Mega. That light armor may be up, but he needs to rush down this heavy. He has to deny all the big resources from DaHanG, otherwise he's going to get a more even fight.
And he's going to have a fairly free grab of that heavy armor. Got a lot of time before this Mega comes up, and as you can see, RAISY is fully stacked up. It's always tempting to go, hey, it's fight time. But on this map against DaHanG, that's not necessarily true. You really do need to get the first shot set up. You need to know where he's coming from. And DaHanG is looking right at that corner from the railgun room, thinking twice, three times. He's doing it though.
All the time.
And RAISY looks away.
Wow.
In order to go get this Mega. Not a lot of damage coming out of DaHanG for that, but RAISY actually had a huge opportunity for a frag.
That gives up, well, the full control that RAISY previously had if he just went with his instincts. I mean, that was definitely a chance for a kill.
And here RAISY just looking for another corner setup.
I mean, this is already an example of how he can completely change the
Oh
pace.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
you compare this to round number 1 where he's ghost walking into a fight all the time. This is totally the opposite.
And now that he's one frag up, the emphasis is certainly on DaHanG to make something happen. 5 seconds to heavy armor. RAISY considering peeking over there. If he picks up this shotgun, it'll be a little bit of noise, but there's the heavy, but there's the rail from DaHanG as well.
Whoa.
Really good rockets, and DaHanG is going to have a lot of trouble getting out of this room. 4 rockets later, and DaHanG goes down.
Absolutely unreal rockets from RAISY. Then he didn't even have to pop the duel. He's going to get a rail shot. Might have to watch out for the orb still. It could be one of the only defensive maneuvers for DaHanG. You can see the respect's been given, but that's it. Your ability's gone. Mega's there. You can't go back for it. Not easily at all. And that is going to be a round for RAISY. We keep things now tied up in this final semis.
Well, Zoo, we are 1 round away from DaHanG potentially getting knocked out, but you're absolutely right. RAISY, he set himself up where he can
You
make
got
the
two.
great
You got a couple of a small.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong, but really good reads from RAISY and fantastic execution, which at the end of the day is what you really do need. DaHanG doing a little bit of defensive damage with the rocket launcher, going to see that heavy armor disappear.
A late pickup though for the item. It's a
What a great rail angle, though.
fantastic shot there. Going to keep RAISY wanting to slow things down, especially since he popped that dual wield early. He's going to want to at least keep some space from DaHanG for the time being, and DaHanG is looking for a chance now to get into a fight.
Yeah, you can see how he's kind of edging for one, but he's not going to get what he wants, so he's just going to have to take away Mega. Sometimes having to go back and take away a major item is your consolation prize for not being able to get a fight that you know that you would probably be able to edge out on.
Well, that rail does equalize the stacks somewhat, and we've got a while now until the item's going to be up. I think RAISY should have perfect timing on heavy. So again, that might be the spot that they both go towards. I think DaHanG was a little bit slow getting at the dual wield, or at least getting the damage, shall I say. RAISY didn't do badly whatsoever. Is he going to pressure over on Mega? Well, too late for that. We've got 5 seconds until the heavy spawns.
But DaHanG is taking a bit of a pit stop here, looking before he drops down. But he got completely in front of RAISY. I think RAISY spent a little bit too much time in the rail room getting the 225, so he's going to be back at a natural stack, but DaHanG is fully loaded. 10 seconds to Mega. I don't think RAISY is going to want to show up. Maybe a little bit of a peek from the staircase.
Yeah, RAISY's kind of off the map at the moment. He's either waiting for a mistake of some sort from DaHanG, or just a chance to do some unreturned damage where it'll allow him to challenge for the major items. Obviously, if you're new to this game, guys, the heavy armor that we talk about and the mega health that we can see the timings for at the top left that the players can't, these are big resources that can determine the control of the map that we always talk about.
Yep, bigger numbers is bigger numbers, especially when we've seen so many fights, critical fights today, come down to 2 health to 5 health. You really need every ounce of health and armor you can get. But RAISY, again, he's been incredibly passive for the last few rounds of item control. Even standing a little bit off to the right to deny that shot from DaHanG. I appreciate that. But another Mega goes to DaHanG. But now RAISY's gotten the information on where DaHanG is coming from, and he's going to be setting up for this assault. But that might be cut short by these rails coming out of DaHanG. Holy crap. Make that 1 and 2, whipping it out and laying down RAISY.
Yeah, you saw RAISY pop out the dual wield premature, and it's like, hey, I'll show you how it's done properly. We're gonna have a run in. It is gonna be Nyx on the Ghost Walk. He's gonna get chased. The rockets here from RAISY. He hits 2 pretty good ones. He'll be able to just get out of the way with a couple of health left. DaHanG is allowed to get towards the Mega. Is this gonna slow him down that RAISY can maybe get onto the heavy? It's definitely touch and go here.
It's rough. He's got to be thinking, I've got plenty of health, armor's about to come back up, and it's still about 10 seconds before that Ghost Walk comes up. So if I can find you and force a fight, that is it. And RAISY's been spotted. There's no way out of here. You can wall jump all you want, but DaHanG is going to be able to put RAISY down to a Galena in this round.
Yeah, there was still about 2 or 3 seconds left on the Ghost Walk, and RAISY could do nothing. The damage output was too much. They're going to be head-to-head here just outside the heavy area. RAISY gets out, but DaHanG's control has been absolutely superb.
I like that initial damage from DaHanG, just with the rocket launcher, making sure that RAISY doesn't really have a good reason to come over to Mega side. He's going to be able to get away with a heavy armor just due to the timing split. But now DaHanG is going to be back on the warpath looking for this initial shot. He's been spotted. and doesn't quite get out of rail.
Yeah, there's not much time for RAISY now. He's really got to start thinking of what are each of his moves doing towards getting him a kill. He pushes into the fight versus Duel Wield. He feels forced to do something right now. He's able to run away, and now he's got a small window of an opportunity to get something done, but he's got to be perfect, and he dives in for the heavy. Oh my god, the rocket! There's hope for him. The rail just going to miss from that. It's going to be all the resources caught up by DaHanG down in the rail room, and RAISY's still playing with next to no health. Totem in a couple of seconds, though.
And RAISY absolutely needs to find a way to get in on this and force a fight quickly, get a couple 25s, because he's only got just over 40 seconds to go before this round is going to be over. He needs to take away 2 frags. DaHanG's going to be down at the Mega, taking a lot of damage, but there's the rail. RAISY goes down, and now we've got another round under DaHanG's belt.
That's right, he needs one more, and you can see himself going into the grand finals versus Claws. Team Liquid still alive in the Duel showdown, but RAISY, he's got something else to say about this. DaHanG gets Mega side. We've got LG picked up immediately by RAISY, and he can get the heavy. They're not really slowing down picking up the big items. Here's the meetup. The rockets are really good, and it's going to be DaHanG. He looks at the first frag with the Duel Wield rockets of all weapons. We don't always consider that an easy weapon to use at all.
As we see more duels in Molten Falls, you really need to start looking at that railgun room as the rocket launcher on Corrupted Keep. It's just so dangerous. These rails coming out of DaHanG, by the way, really good against this Nyx. It's going to force the Ghost Walk, leaving them both kind of weak. RAISY's able to get away with the Mega at least, but there's going to be a heavy armor for DaHanG. RAISY looks like he wants to show up though, but he's going to be stuck down here. Great damage considering that little peek.
Something's clicked for RAISY because he's just started hitting loads of rail shots. He's taking a couple of risks because he's not even got his ability available yet. 10 seconds left for it. I think he's getting some hourglasses now. Oh, he's come back into this. Ghost Walk's going to be used immediately, and he might use that to get position for Mega. No, he won't. He's going at LG. Rockets, they're missing the mark, and RAISY comes back in for just a second. Respawn for DaHanG is over by Nailgun.
And he was all in for that fight, but RAISY, even with getting this Mega, is going to be a little bit left vulnerable. 24 seconds before that Ghost Walk comes back up without any hourglasses. But look at this LG, just insane damage, immediately shutting down DaHanG.
RAISY has to get health quickly just to get over that 90 HP threshold so that he isn't relevant. Obviously, DaHanG going into that realm would have had access to it. Oh my god. Whoa!
Another attempt at a telefrag. Really ballsy coming out of RAISY, but DaHanG backing out of here, taking some health from the totem. Unfortunately for him, RAISY is taking health from the Mega, and with the heavy armor about to come up, this could be a clash, but nope, RAISY is going to be a little bit late coming through the rail side of the map. DaHanG's able to fade away.
These aggressive Ghost Walks are so unpredictable. The thing is, it's high risk, high reward. Rockets though from RAISY, he manages to take him down. There is going to be some items for him to pick up here. A lot of small resources. The Ghost Walk is back up. So at the end of that fight, he's not doing too badly at all.
DaHanG going to go for the big play on the Mega. He's got the pickup, he's just sneaking away. Is he going to commit to the orb? Not so much. RAISY's going to back out of here. But DaHanG's got under 2 minutes. Or just over 2 minutes, rather. Yeah, no math on stream, that's the rule. To take this frag back and maybe take this round.
I wonder if RAISY wants to slow play it. I mean, obviously, the clock ever present, but 2.5 minutes is a long time in a duel.
So rockets for RAISY is going to be defending from the Mega. No commitment to the orb for DaHanG, but look at this rocket jump right into the Ghost Walk, and he's going to be RTing back out of there just to avoid Nyx with a great rail, spinning it back around and taking a huge chunk of that stack off. RAISY stacking back up with the heavy armor, however. DaHanG is going to be stuck in the back corner just a little bit longer.
Yeah, RAISY might feel that the Ghost Walk was wasted in the end. He had to get some extra damage to push DaHanG off of his back. All right, some rocket. LG as well. Have we got an orb? Not quite. That is going to be RAISY shutting him down just before the Mega's picked up. We're 2 for 2 over here. Just as it was looking bleak at the beginning of that round for RAISY, came right back for him.
I thought that rocket was cute. I was like, okay, cool. A bit of damage and some really good information. But then that LG training DaHanG all the way down. Not a chance on that Mega.
All right, here it comes. Jahar, we are on the final round. RAISY, DaHanG both looking to make it into the grand final. 3 frags for either one. Could send them through.
Gonna be looking at RAISY taking away LG, crossing over to rail side of the map. It's not gonna be trapped at the moment, so they're both gonna get a pick there, absolutely free. but it's going to be a fight through the teleporter.
Whoa.
Rocket, but DaHanG disappears right back through and disappears completely. RAISY loses track entirely, having to cut him back off over at heavy armor, but DaHanG is staying hidden. Oh no.
Oh
There's
no.
the LG in the air, and DaHanG makes it. But how much health does he have? He's able to get back up to 100. He's got a Mega that gives him actually quite a bit of a security blanket, as we've got RAISY spawning up as Nyx.
He's over in the rail room. He's going to run out of there quite quickly. He has managed to take an item, and Ghost Walk is on the cards. DaHanG being very careful, and you can see there's a small amount of paranoia for him that a Ghost Walk could come round at any second.
Okay, looking. Oh, okay. And he pops one rail and goes for the Ghost Walk.
Wow.
No attempt for a telefrag there. And now DaHanG's got all sorts of information about how long he has to go aggressive. Just a little bit of armor. Heavy's going to be back up. Even with his Mega up. Oh no, RAISY actually hasn't taken it. Oh, DaHanG, go back and get that Heavy. They could drop down here at the LG.
RAISY might have faked out that Mega was taken, but DaHanG, if he positions himself well, could tell the timing. It's not been taken at all. I think Ghost Walk is what RAISY's been looking for, and he's managed to bait out the dual wield. That's quite a big play from RAISY. I think DaHanG just spotted that Mega was taken, so that's really messed up timings quite a lot.
Messed up timing, but at least DaHanG's got the information he needs. But right now what he really needs are all the hourglasses he can get. You're absolutely right. Not having that dual wield against a Nyx, it's just too dangerous for DaHanG.
Just hiding by the portal. Yes, I always find it so dangerous to just stand still if you're playing versus a Nyx. He's going to hit him up at the top, but he misses that rail shot.
Doesn't want to get caught on the doorway. It's always dangerous here, but another pickup of a little bit of armor. He's well up on ammo. Top of the map, he takes a rocket out of it. He's having to play through the teleporter just to make sure he doesn't get telefragged. He's between
Wow.
RAISY and the jump pad. Tied up frags.
RAISY had to put a lot to that. He's going to have to back away from this. He gets the rail, but he's on 3 health. There's going to be loads of hourglasses for him, but he needs to stack up urgently. There's 225s. Does he want to risk it on Mega? He's deciding no.
Yeah, it was so not worth to go into that Mega. That's going to go over to DaHanG. But DaHanG is honestly still looking for a fight here, so he's just going to be taking a bit of a late pickup here. 10 seconds to heavy armor. RAISY's going to be looking for him below, but also looking to lay down a trap here at the rail. He's got the one rail, and this is a potential for the telefrag, but it's going to be the heavy now in DaHanG's clutches. Oh man, that rail from RAISY.
Really, really big shot from him. He's going to be able to get 4 hourglasses. This reduces the cooldown a large amount. Misses out the shot. He wants to avoid the fight a little bit. A rail from DaHanG can really change things, and there's still 5 seconds for this Mega to be up. LG pushing from DaHanG, but he's missed out on a lot. Tons and tons of damage for the Hungarian.
It's time to get out of there, facing down all that shaft from RAISY. Here's another Ghost Walk, trying to just peek and play on the heavy armor. It's going to be up for him, and DaHanG is going incredibly passive. Oh no, but he's caught down here at the rail armor, at the rail room. He's it's going to be mutual frag suicide, leaving them both on Galena. I am getting a serious case of deja vu, Zoot.
This is what it all comes down to, though, Jahar. We've got 1 champion left on that final round. Winner of the fight is going through to the grand final versus Claws, and they'll still be able to compete for that $25,000. DaHanG, for the time being, he's got Mega control. There is going to be heavy in a moment, but there's, the missed rail. RAISY, he is trying to throw down some damage, but he's in a vulnerable position, having no items to his name. But he runs back, and still, he's kind of just showing that he isn't afraid, and that making it so that DaHanG does not have that overstack. LG on LG. RAISY's kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. The rail comes out. DaHanG fades away, and I think RAISY can be surely glad for that.
Yeah, especially because DaHanG was completely out of ammo there. You can see he's so low on cells. None rockets. Just the rail. Will it be enough here on the staircase?
LG!
The last bit of LG, and DaHanG will be moving forward to the grand final in the Duel Showdown.
Woo!
That's my boy.
That was absolutely wild. It really felt that when we got to Galena that, I mean, DaHanG was all over that. He had control. Yeah. I felt that RAISY was going wild. I mean, he was really trying to assert himself and make it so that there wasn't full control for DaHanG, but sometimes you just gotta enjoy the ride for a moment, let that control sink in, and try fight for it from a further rotation. Machiavelli.
OMG. These guys are going to give me a heart attack. That was an amazingly close match, seriously. Just amazing. And just a tip of the hat to both players. Just high-level play all around. It's great to see the progression of RAISY. There were a couple times where I'm like, old RAISY a year ago probably comes flying around the corner 100 miles an hour. This time he's like, no, I'm going to hesitate. I'm going to bait out a dire orb and then get the kill. So he's improved a lot.
That was one of the most impressive duels I've seen from RAISY, period. I mean, nothing against what we've seen from him before, but that was very next level. DaHanG had to bring everything he had against him, and he even only had 50 cells coming around that corner the last time. I was just doing the math like, you just don't have the ammo for this fight.
I just love the aggressive ghost walks that we were getting from RAISY.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
so many attempts at it.
I'll start talking about DaHanG at some point, but I just got to give my props to RAISY for a second, because we didn't see much of that this tournament. And using the ghost walk, I think Jason and I are screaming at Claws sometimes to, when you got the Nyx, use that ghost walk, and he uses it on loads of HP so that he can just dive into a fight. And he's thinking less about, oh, I must collect every single hourglass all the time. So absolutely immense.
I think it's the best way to use the Ghost Walk with Nyx is aggressively. If you're using it defensively, it's saving your own life. You're not getting frags with it, which is, kind of the goal is to get frags and not just, run away the whole time. Eventually, they're going to catch up to you. You're going to die. That's just my opinion.
Now, I know you want to keep talking about RAISY, but let's be real. DaHanG's shots in this fight were absolutely incredible.
Yeah, some crazy BJ plays too. I mean, there's double rails that we're getting. I mean, I think there's an example of some of the stuff we're getting.
This one, right? Oh,
geez,
geez, this like the one rail, and then poof, right around the corner.
I love that because it's very unconventional, right? Everybody uses double.
Right.
They use the akimbo double dual wield with lightning gun or machine gun. He's like, no, I'm going to use a
usually
couple rail
that's the case in kind of a desperation. Like, I'm out of LG, I'm out of rockets, and maybe I could double rail, and you don't usually see it. That was a planned double rail from DaHanG.
The situation actually called for it. Yeah, it was.
I love that.
So sweet, so sweet.
All right. Well, before we get into our grand final, we do get to have a quick word with DaHanG. Take it away, catch up.
Thank you very much, guys, as always, and hi, DaHanG. Here we are again. It feels like yesterday, because it was yesterday, where you were just before grand finals for 2v2. We were here on stage, and we're here again for Duel. Now, first of all, what I really want to ask is, how does it feel to be back playing Duel, seeing as you just won DreamHack Winter at the end of last year? The meta is a little bit different now, the big inclusion of champion bans, shifting things up as well. How have the changes affected your playstyle?
I mean, obviously there's a heavier focus on the medium champs. Clutch is a little tricky. Everyone's been banning him anyway, so don't have that. But it just feels like when people play champs that weren't recently in the meta, like Nyx, she's still good in Duel, and then it's kind of a mind game about her invis and, understanding that time shards are almost like arguably more important than armors for her because she can't really engage without invis. But I don't know. Overall, I'm just trying to win the mind games.
I think mind games is really important in this level of competition as well, especially seeing as your opponent is going to be Claws. Now, you were able to defeat Claws and Tox yesterday in the 2v2. The storyline for everyone in this crowd, for those that may not know, is that QuakeCon 2017, that win went to Claws in Duel. The second giant tournament was DreamHack Winter, where you were able to take first place. So this is actually really a clash of the two Duel champions. And obviously whoever wins this is going to have that one-up in record. How important is it to you? I know you've already won 2v2, but to win a second tournament and be the undisputed Duel champion?
Be amazing, especially since, I've gotten this far. It would not be good to get second place, $0, but it is what it is. I think, honestly, it's 50-50. It's going to come down to just who's hitting shots, so we'll just see.
Now, speaking of hitting shots, champion-wise, are you going to try and sort of stick to the traditional? Obviously, Claws going in with the BJ. I'm not going to ask you too much, because I know obviously you might be keeping them close to your chest, but what are you kind of expecting to see out of Claws from what we already know about him in gameplay?
I mean, I don't think there are going to be any surprises in terms of champion picks. I just think I got to be ready for his aggressive play style and hopefully catch him and just kind of out-position him. I'm not really thinking about champions more so than the actual positioning and timing aspect of the game.
Yeah, I think finally, real quick fire. Best of one, how does that make you feel? Winner takes all for $25,000. That's got to make you feel a certain way.
I'll tell you after.
All right, good answer, good answer. So good luck. We'll be seeing you in grand finals. Maybe DaHanG is going to take us back-to-back championship. Back to the desk to break down some more of the grand finals.